Hey everyone! Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Abramovs apartments. The Abramovs are the main character, Sam's family, his parents, namely, and all of these characters are from my Sam New York graphic novel, which you can read online on Tapas, Webtoon, and The Ninth, and it updates every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So now, let's take a look at what is inside their apartments. This 3D model was put together in Sweethome 3D using free 3D models from what is it called? 3D Warehouse. I take screenshots of this or I do the renders and then I put them together on Ibis Paint. Sometimes use different layers. For example, the most simple setting where there's no lighting at all, I place it on top of another render that has more detailed lighting, and then I play around with the layer opacity to see what kind of lighting I prefer. And then I use some kind of extraction method to draw out the line art so I can make further adjustments to the line art. And then I place various filters to bring out various colors. And then finally, I do digital paint overs. I have a video actually on my channel that shows how I do this process, and it involves this model as well. So link in the description if you want to learn more about how I create some of my more complex backgrounds using Sweethome 3D. So in the Abramov apartments, it is one of the tenement buildings in the Lower East Side of New York City. So it is quite small. A lot of things are quite compact in their apartments. One of the first things you see when you come in is the kitchen. So this is where the Abramovs have their meals. And these are the photos of their family experiences and, of course, of their family back in Odessa and Minsk as well. So they have a lot of memories here from not only their life in America, but in Eastern Europe as well. And then you have the kitchenware stuff here. That's where they cook. That's the mirror. And here are a bunch of pickles, which they probably got from Harvey again. And that's the calendar. This room is Levin Rise's room. So there's a bunch of books because they are always reading. And, the proletariat, because they are on the left. And then this is Sam's room. It is quite small, just like Joel's. And you can find out more about Joel's room in a different video where I introduced the Farber's apartment, link in the description. And Sam's room also has a lot of books because, and there's 2 alarm clocks because his parents are very obsessed with him waking up early so he can study more before he heads to school. And, the books, mostly Jules Verne, because, he has a lot of nostalgic memories about that particular author, as we will learn about in chapter 3 of Sam New York. And this is of Sam's room when he is a teen or early 20s. So this is why he has so many drinking posters, because Sam grows up in the era of prohibition. And during that time, it wasn't legal to drink, technically. Well, not technically, it was obviously not legal to drink. So he would have to go to speakeasies to get his fill, and his parents do not like it at all. But yeah, he goes to speakeasies. And they don't really know, but they have a suspicion. In New York, because he's really proud of his city. Art Nouveau pictures. And yeah, that's Sam's bed. That's Levin Rises. And this is the living room where there's a lot of books. And this is in contrast to the Farber's apartment, where there's not that many books and there isn't the same culture of reading and analyzing things as the Abramovs do. Rise's father was a Yiddish poet, even though he wasn't very talented or well known. It was more of a hobby for him, but he really cultivated this love of learning and of literature in Riza. Lev, he is not as artistically inclined as Riza is, but he is very much a reader as well, even though he doesn't read a lot of fiction in contrast to Riza. Rise is the one who really enjoys the theater and, fictional portrayals of different stories and character analysis and that kind of stuff, while Lev is much more based in reality and he prefers to read nonfiction, especially political or, philosophical things. So you get a lot of philosophy books here, I think, a lot of political stuff, especially Lev's books. The books he owns, I mean, especially about the left, labor unions, a lot of stuff like that, social justice. And then I guess maybe there's some books here with Rise's books. A lot of them are Yiddish poetry, maybe some stuff that her dad wrote, some stuff from Eastern Europe they brought over, some stuff from Odessa, I would imagine. Books in Russian that Sam could never read because he never learned Russian and he only knows Yiddish because that's what they speak at home. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. And of course, books in English because that's what they got in America. A lot of books they buy in English now they're in America. And that includes Sam's law books, which are probably here, I would imagine. And there's a lot of books from his childhood as well, more Jules Verne. What else would Sam read? Yeah, a lot of theater stuff. Maybe here a couple of big picture books. I mean, photo books of theater stuff. Thomas Shefsky, a lot of stuff like that. Shakespeare in Yiddish. They have a lot of stuff like that too. So yeah, that's the Abramovs apartment. Thank you for joining me in this video.